I always bring show and tell for you guys.
Sure,
so
we need that.
Well, just for some visual aids of just some ideas for the listeners out there. Sometimes they think, oh, it's just not a group. You know, for example, on this first page, you know, there's a father and two sons dressed in camo, and they have their trophy possessions. Who can talk?
I do that all the time.
And you know, they're in a pasture, but again, this is something timeless. It's gonna last forever and ever. You know, in their memory bank. Do I need to turn the page yet?
Whenever you like.
Okay, all right.
Filming.
The next page are two families, and you know, one of them it's on their front porch. Now we've talked. I've got two Saturday half-price sessions coming up that I'm going to be in Pressey Park, September 15th and October 6th. But now, look at this front porch. Isn't that gorgeous? And that is right there on that family's front porch. They're all dressed in whites and khakis, but you know, this porch has the white pillars and the ferns, and this is timeless. And not only can I come to them, but the other thing, I know we haven't moved to Broken Bow yet, but for example, now after I'm done with you this morning, I'm going to go deliver to people's portrait orders. Those clients have only come to see me once down in Cozad. You know, we haven't moved here yet, but the portraits were shot on location. We photographed them on location. They did come to the studio to order. But, you know, I do have camera will travel, you know. And again, this other portrait on this side, this is on their family farm, too. Just, you know, their house is in the background. And you know, your homes change, your children change, and you can't beat something like this.
Precisely, Donna. So, you know, you're talking about the people as the focal point, but also the setting is a memory in itself. Remember when we lived in that old house?
Right.
Remember when we had that cat or that dog that's in the picture?
Right.
You know, so there's much more going on, and certainly the people are the focal point. But the combination of things that goes into that photo is that's where your eye comes in. You see all these things.
Well, I hope so. And you know, if they don't have a place, like I said, there's lots of other outdoor locations. Again, the next two pages that I'm showing in the album, just family groups. You know that they took some time to get together. The next page that you see, it's actually it is a 4 generation, but we did this in the sepia tone. You can't see it. I will turn it so you can see it. You know, but that was done in the studio. But again, we can be doing that, and imagine that for a Christmas gift. It won't be a surprise, you know, but Grandma will absolutely love that.
Well, one other time you showed us some Christmas cards that you can help people put together. This would be a good time to start thinking about the portrait you want on that card, and maybe the message to go along with it, and get it done well in advance of the need.
Right, and the cards are also on discount right now. He is just really going crazy with this camera. I don't know where this is going to end up.
But you never know.
No, you never know. On the next page, I just have the two sisters, and you know, maybe Mom and Dad don't want to be photographed, but just the two sisters in the camera room. Again, it's just capturing that time of those two faces, you know, close together. This woman with her horse. Very nice portrait, and
really captured her reaction. It looks like she's reacting to the horse, or you know,
she enjoys her time on the horse. But also notice when you photograph an animal, it's important to have those ears up. They need to have those ears up. So we do work.
How do you do that?
Well, if I can, I bring Chip along and I let him do crazy things.
Yeah, he makes my ears stand
up. Yeah, he makes your ears stand up. And if he's listening, he's going to say, oh, please. But otherwise, we do have ways, you know. I meow like a cat, believe it or not, and the horses do perk up, and we're not doing that on air.
Are you sure you don't want to do that?
I wish you would.
No, thank you. But you know, the next page is just a typical senior portrait.
Wow.
A senior with she wore a hat, and you know, just something close up, and turned it to sepia. The next page is kind of fun. A senior boy with his 2 Palomino horses, and you can just, with horses, if you just bait them with a little bit of grain in that one spot that you want them to be, they'll, you know, especially if they haven't had grain for a little while, they're definitely going to stay right there. And I do like the way they both you know, went into that portrait, but then we still have the senior as a focal point.
Now, Adonis, when you said you were going to have a special event at Pressey Park, the 15th of September and the 6th of October?
Yeah. It'll be half-price session fees.
So do they need to call you and get scheduled for that then? We need to get that out there because...
what I'll do is I'll give them a timeline, and when I do photograph a family, and if there's multiple families, like let's just say it's Grandma and Grandpa with their 4 children and all their families, then I'll need to save a little bit more time, and I can do each of those families individual along with the large group, or maybe it's just a family of 4. The other night I met a Broken Bow family out at Pressy, and we photographed them in several different areas, and then we rolled up our pant legs and we went into the river. And it was fun.
A dedicated photographer.
Oh, it was so much fun. And of course, then after they were done, the little boy says, "Can we play?" And they played, and they didn't have a dry place on their body. But Mom, they just had fun, and they didn't want to have to go. So it was fun.
I think that's what people are hearing here in our visits with you, is that you do make it fun. You take the stress out of it so that you can get a more natural look, a more natural portrait then.
Well, I have to have fun too, you know. So we do enjoy that. And then on the next page it's just a husband and a wife, but then on the next page we have a black and white of a father and a son. Just those 2 close headshots. Those are studio portraits, but again, that is something that you'll cherish that forever.
Yeah, and you're capturing a moment in time and preserving it forever.
Right. On the next page, we just have this little baby, so adorable, with a old-fashioned white bowl and pitcher, and she's wrapped in a little bit of a pink towel. We have a little pink bunny and so forth. But again, they don't always have to wear the most latest and greatest clothes. This is just so adorable of them. And little sister sharing a tea party on the next page. You cannot beat little sister sharing a tea party in a photograph.
Okay, now there's some photos that really capture a lot of the natural beauty. You've got the flowers surrounding the horse that really, it's a moment in time when nature is providing the backdrop for you perfectly.
That's right. Yeah. This little girl with her horse, she just loved her horse, and actually we did Photoshop. We took the halter out because Mom's holding the halter off of here, but the horse is bareback, and this girl, I think she was only like 4 or 5 years old, and she just laid her little head down on his neck, and again, that is the picture that they didn't really care so much about her sitting straight up. They cared about this, where she's doing that. So, and then of course, just some brothers and sisters showing their pride in their school. When you think about clothing, and also on clothing, be sure and when you do book your session, I will send you a coupon for a 25% discount at the closet. Shirley and Tara are really great there. They will outfit you in some really fine portrait clothes that will complement your wall. Because also when you're doing photography, that piece becomes a piece of art in your home.
So it kind of has to match your decor.
If you have a Husker room, then you wear Husker. But if you don't have a Husker room, and if your decor is corals and so forth, then you want to think about wearing the brown tones and beiges, and then that family portrait becomes a piece of art in your home.
So people probably don't think about that like they should. That where is this portrait going to hang? What's the room look like where it's going to hang? And then that's what goes into the makeup of the portrait as well.
Right.
Good thinking.
Can you believe how quiet he's being this broadcast?
He's filming.
I know he is.
Getting all this, and I got a sneaking suspicion he's going to put it somewhere
on YouTube, and you and I will be,
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, and the rest of the book has just some lovely senior girls in here, and still fall is a great time for senior portraits, and of course there's nothing like a man with his hunting dog and his gun, right?
Yeah, that's pretty.
And that dog. But then of course the wife got in the other picture with their other 5 children. Look at those 5 dogs.
Yeah. Well, people are proud of their dogs, and there again, that's. The truth is, you outlive your pets, and by photography, you can preserve them and have them in your life for years to come.
But look at those dogs. They're just like 5 children trying to get them to all sit there just perfect.
Very well-behaved dogs.
They were very well-trained dogs, yes.
Wonderful. So, how can folks get a hold of K&D Photography to, first of all, just talk with you about what they're thinking?
Just call me at 308-529-0741. They can see lots of images on my website at www.kdphoto.com. That's kdphoto.com. They can access email and phone number also from there. Be sure and go to the blog site and look at all the you know, a lot of the sessions I'll highlight about 23 images in the sessions with music. So I've got slideshows on my blog site. I've got some Christmas cards, some video Christmas cards on my blog site too. And we've got some specials going on those too right now.
So that'd be a good place to go.
Yes.
And for folks that may have missed all this information, the closet's another good connection. They go
Right.
down
I have
there and
lots of images on a digital frame at the closet, so go down there and look at them.
They can pick up one of your business cards down
Right.
there.
I
and
have business
call
cards
you.
at the closet, and also at the chamber because I'm a chamber member.
Okay.
By the way, so the chamber has my cards.
We're anxious to get you up here full time.
We are too.
So
Yes.
Tell Chip to get busy on that.
Well, we have some things in the works right now,
Good,
so
good.
so we'll see how those all
But
pan out.
have camera, will travel, and that's not an understatement or an
That-
overstatement.
No, it's not.
You will definitely go where the need is. If
Yeah.
they have clear out in the sandhills somewhere and they've got a beautiful ranch that they want to have included in the portrait, there you go.
I love doing that. That's
Yeah.
always a lot of fun. Yes. Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming in and seeing us and tolerating my.
Bye.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Okay.
know.
I hope I wore complimentary colors today for your video.
Oh, that Chip's a lucky
Oh,
man.
yeah. Right.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Donna.